Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Good morning. So, we will continue with our tradition of practicing vocabulary as we have been doing so far. I will give you a list and the best possible and the choices, some possible choices, and you have to select the best possible choice. So, after that I will discuss the answers with you, the correct or exact answer. Exact, by exact I mean, as we know for competitive exams, the best possible among the given choices. So, exact may not be the most accurate word here, the best possible choice, the answer that comes closest in meaning in context to the given word. Now, let us look at the slide here. This is your practice and choice. Item 1, bemused. Choices are entertained, deceived, befuddled, deranged. Open your dictionaries if possible and start looking up each and every word. If you know the exact word or the accurate word, then okay, it's well and good. However, you should know the meanings of other words as well. Second, contentious. A, capacious. B, argumentative. C, pleasantly happy. D, diligent. Next slide, please take a look. Demiurge. A, a subordinate god. B, frustrated desire. C, half-hearted effort. D, shadowy world. 4, descant. Pour out, tip, make allowances for, expatiate on. Next, effete. A, festive. B, effeminate. C, worn out. D, relaxed. Sixth, friable. Pan broiled, tender, simmered, easily crumbled, able to be. Enervated. Number 7, overstimulated, unnerved, weakened, aroused. 8th, enjoin, restrain, associate with, delight in, salvage. Next, number 10, inchoate. Possible answers: completely disorganized, well arranged, not crowded, just begun. 11th, indict. Formally accuse, tentatively condemn. Write down, there is a word missing there, but do not worry about that. Interdict. Number 12, meddle, underrate, settle officially, forbid. Macaronic, referring to a wheat paste product, mixture of languages, almond. Next, number 14, meretricious. A, praiseworthy. B, artificial. C, costly. D, trashy. 15, momentous. A, temporary. B, secondary. C, very important. D, memorable. 16, noisome. A, unusually loud. B, cacophonous. C, sensitively irritable. D, malodorous. 17th, officious. A, bureaucratic. B, meddlesome. C, domineering. D, fault finding. 18th, opprobrium. Meanings: disgrace. B, praise. C, investigation. D, agreement. 19th, quasi. A, narrow. B, curious. C, slimy. D, nauseated. 20, testy. A, irritable. B, suspicious. C, nervous. D, critical. Take some time, look and try to solve these exercises. We will discuss the answers in a moment. All right. So, for the first one, bemused. Now, bemused can mean anything. It could be befuddled to hypnotized, from dazed to preoccupied. So, it is not entertained. Remember, do not confuse bemused with amused. Bemused means befuddled, dazed. It is therefore seen around a great deal, most of the time in the sense of befuddled or bewildered. It is a very common word. It can mean anything, therefore, you find it a great deal here and there. Much to my, I was bemused to know, that means I was not amused. This is not entertainment. It may sound so much alike. Much to my bemusement, or I was absolutely bemused to know. This is, I was confused, I was befuddled, I was bewildered. I was not sure how to respond to it. Bemusedly is the adverb here. Certain is the antonym for that. Next word was contentious. Now, remember, you have a word like contend, that is to struggle, to fight against. Therefore, contentious means full of struggle, full of fight, pugnacious, argumentative. So, your answer should be pugnacious or argumentative. You were given this choice. So, argumentative, contentious. Antonym would be peaceful, pacifist. Next word was demiurge. Now, we often use, we have just finished doing Greek names, Greek mythology, Greek gods, and we often come across the word demigods. That means a minor or half god. So, it has got nothing to do with demi or half, or even with urge. Dem, D-E-M in demiurge is from the Greek word demos, that is people. Okay? So, democracy, demography, demagogue, all these are related to people, people related word, demos. And demotic is popular. Democratic choice is the popular choice. So, the last element in demiurge is related to the Greek word ergon, that is as in erg, a unit of work, in energy, synergy. So, demiurge means working together, it is a tough word. You have to know dem, not demi. Okay? Dem and erg are joint here. It is not demiurge, but it is demiurge, and it is energy, synergy, working together of people. Demiurge therefore literally means a worker for the people. It actually means a secondary deity, a blind force that created the world. Okay. So, it has something for the welfare of the people. Next word is descant. It is applied to a counter melody sung above the solo song. In its more general use, it is used to mean a subject at length or dilate upon, expatiate upon. Now, descant is not to be confused with decant. Decant is to tip a vessel so that the liquid can pour out. So, descant here is expatiate upon. Next word was effete. It comes from Latin e, as in the letter E, okay, plus fetus, which means no longer able to bear young, that is almost exhausted, worn out, spent, enervated. So, that is effete. Effete means a person whose energy is spent out. Next word was friable. It comes from the Latin word fricare, F-R-I-C-A-R-E. It means to rub, to crumble, something that can be easily crumbled. It is related to the word friction, to rub or clean something with. So, to rub. Next word was enervated, again weakening, nervous energy debilitated, enfeebled. So, out of, absolutely out of. Remember, we are talking about the Latin word "e", and it means, the meaning is, it stands for out of. So, out of energy, enervated out of nerves, out of energy. Now, enjoin is a restraining order. Enjoin means to restrain, to forbid. Enervated, remember, it is weakened. In a sentence form, you can say the opposition has enervated the chief minister and his pledges to carry out the plan. So, enervated, literally weakened, enfeebled, not physically necessarily, but you have taken almost all the energy out of that person. Enjoin is a restraining order. We received an enjoinment, a restraint, order of restraint, a forbiddance. Next word is inchoate. So, CHOAT, okay. It comes from a Latin verb meaning to begin, and hence means incomplete, incipient, imperfect, amorphous. It means disordered, only in the sense of not being in order. Okay. So, it is incomplete, incipient, imperfect, amorphous. Indict means only to bring formal charges. It does not really mean formal condemnation or conviction. It to bring out formal charges against someone. That is one of your choices. So, that is the answer. To interdict, indict and interdict. Interdict means prohibit, forbid, interdiction. The French word for forbidden is interdit. Look at this word. Without a C. So, French is without a C. The German word verboten is quite similar to forbidden. So, interdiction, interdict, interdit, and this means the same thing, to prohibit, to forbid. Macaronic refers to verse or prose in which a mixture of languages is used for humorous effect. It has got nothing to do with the Italian dish macaroni or American dish wherever you find macaroni, but it is not that. So, it is not a paste, it is a mix of languages. It is a kind of verse or prose in which a mixture of languages is used for humorous effect. So, it is a literary term. Meretricious, now it comes from, the roots are in a Latin word for a woman of easy character, a woman who earns. So, it literally means tawdry, fleshy, gaudy, cheap. A woman who earns in the sense the way a harlot would earn. So, this is the meaning here. It is not just any working woman. Next is momentous. So, you get the meaning. Meretricious is body, tawdry, cheap, easy. Momentous does come from the word moment, okay? But its meaning is more close to weight or importance, as in the phrase of great moment. So, momentous event in Indian history, independence, okay, partition, assassination of Gandhi, launching of several missiles and rockets. Yeah, so, these are momentous events, events of great importance. The world wars, events of great importance, not necessarily negative or positive, but we are talking about importance. Please remember that. Next word is noisome. It has got nothing to do with noise. Please remember that. So, it is not noisy. The word is made up of a shortened form of annoy, okay? And the suffix is some, SOME, it has a quality of annoying something. It is sometimes used to mean harmful or disagreeable, but most frequently it is used to describe an offensive odor, annoying to the point of being nauseating, to noisome, annoying. Officious is sometimes treated with bossy, but its specific meaning is meddlesome, intrusive, volunteering one's services when they are neither asked or nor needed. So, officious, it is not exactly bossy, but meddlesome, intrusive. You will often find officious workers in your office, in your corporate. They keep offering voluntary services, very officious. Officious is not to be confused with solicitous. Solicitous is offering your services and concern. Officious is you are not even wanted there, but you are showing your volunteering your services. Opprobrium is a Latin word meaning disgrace, infamy, reproach. It is infamous, despicable and scurrilous. Scurrilous. We are talking about opprobrium. Look at a synonym. Disgrace, infamy, reproach, scurrilous, despicable, these are the adjectives. Quasi is a feeling of nauseated, uneasy, a quasi feeling, a disgusting feeling, an uneasy feeling. So, I had a quasi feeling about the entire incident. Okay, perhaps something bad will come out of it, quasi. Testy comes from a Latin word testa, which means earthenware jug. Therefore, it is a slang for skull or head. Testy means headstrong, irritable, quick tempered. Another word could be waspish, irritable, wasp, you know, a bee like sting. So, we do not say bee-ish, we say waspish. Wasps sting and leave a mark or irritation on us. So, that is waspish temperament. Okay. So, we will move on to the next set of practice tests. Please look at the slide here. First word, abash. Our choices are obliterate, send away, embarrass, condemn. Look at the spelling of embarrass, it has 2 R's and double S. Abnegation, indignation, renunciation, affirmation, abstention. Next word, abrade, rub off, attach, scold, twist. Next word, abstruse, A stupid, B diffuse, C obscure, D missing. Next word, actuarial, realistic, normal by virtue of relating to statistical calculations. 6. Adjunct, solemn oath, addition, adaptation, decree. Next word, agglomeration, enumeration, vagueness, resplendence, confuse mass. Next word, ancillary, obvious, auxiliary, pertaining to the ankle and feeble. Ninth word, anthropomorphic, it is geological, changeable, primitive, having human form. Next word, aphasia, loss of sight, shapelessness, loss of memory, loss of speech. Next word, arraign, serve on jury, put in order, bring before a court, convict. Next word, astringent, attenuated, flexible, styptic, poignant. Please keep looking the meanings of each and every word. And now let us discuss the answers. abash is embarrass or shame. Okay. And when we say unabashedly, that is the antonym, which means shamelessly. So, she announced herself, or she publicized her work unabashedly, shamelessly. Abash is feeling of abash, feeling of shame. Abnegation is the act of renouncing, abnegated power, abnegated position, act of renouncing. Abrade, it means you want to scour or clean something very badly, remove dirt, grime, surface of the thing, you abrade it. So, remember, abrasion is a noun here, abrade is a verb. You want to abrade your fingernails or your furniture, okay, or there is lot of layer of oil on your cooking stove, abrase it. So, you want to clean it thoroughly, almost like abrasively. Remember, abrade is related to abrasion, a scrape on the skin. The word comes from abradere, that is a Latin root, which means to scrape off. So, abrade is to scrape off. Next word that I gave you was abstruse. Now, the Latin roots of the word abstruse are about concealing or hiding something, which is a good way to remember the word abstruse. Confusing. Someone is deliberately making a situation complicated, more complicated than necessary, concealing. It may sound like obtuse, but abstruse is almost its opposite. Obtuse is dull or lacking a sharpness of intellect, obtuse. So, abstruse, cunning, hiding, sharp, and obtuse. Abstruse is like someone who is very sharp, obtuse, dull. Remember that. Abstruse conceals and hides for his own or her own purposes. Next word was actuarial. Now, actuarial science includes statistics, probability, maths, economics, all empirical data related domains. Okay. So, actuarial, it means how something can be quantified or measured. So, actuarial data, that is the meaning of actuarial. Next word was adjunct. Adjunct means to add on. For example, you have adjunct professors in universities. Okay. This person is not on a regular faculty, not a full time member of the faculty, but is hired by a university or college to teach, to help, to support, but not on a full term basis. Next word is agglomeration. It is a bunch of stuff that has glommed onto each other, stuck to each other. So, agglomeration. Next word is ancillary. Ancillary is to describe your position as a subordinate or supporting something or someone else. The adjective ancillary original meant relating to servants or maid servants, but now we no longer use it in that way. It is subordinate or supporting something or someone or helpful. Next word was anthropomorphic. Now, you know the word anthropology, the study of human beings. So, anthropomorphic is derived from the Greek word anthropos, which means human being. Now, one thing humans do is anthropomorphize animals and inanimate objects. Okay. So, it is like putting human like attributes on inanimate objects. or even on animals. So, those kinds of attributing those feelings. So, animating inanimate objects and putting human like feelings in animate objects or even animals, that is the meaning, making human like. Next word was aphasia. Aphasia is a medical condition caused by serious brain damage, and you lose your speech, loss of speech, not as in mute, but what happens is that you lose your power, you forget your language, aphasia. Arraign, arraign comes from the French word arsenir, which means to address or to speak reasonably. Okay. Now, it is used in legal sense of pleading or guilty or non-guilty. The verb arraign means to call someone before the court to answer an accusation. It is like an indictment, to answer an indictment. So, to address. And the word astringent. Now, remember astringents are acid based, these are liquids. Astringent personality is corrosive personality. If someone is cynical or sarcastic, then he has an astringent view of the world. So, please look at, please understand the meanings of the words that we have been doing today and apply to the choices given. Look up your dictionary and see how well they fit. We will continue with more exercise and vocabulary related exercises in our subsequent classes. Thank you very much.